Hello everyone, welcome back to the show. Alright, so let's hop into the topic tonight. Considering that it is a full moon, I would thought we would catch up on our craft, right? The hot foot powder. What is hot foot powder, you may be asking? What is the use of hot foot powder? Hot foot powder can be used to draw away your enemies, to stop people from gossiping, spreading malice, lies, overall damage within your life. Anyone that is a nuisance, you can use this on. Disclaimer, okay? I had to put a disclaimer. Use this working responsibly. This is not a working that you're going to use to seriously fuck somebody up. This is a working where you just want these people to get away from you. You want these people to leave you alone. Hypothetical example would be a neighbor. You know, that neighbor that just is nosy every time you turn around. They always have your name in their mouth. This could also be used for that coworker, that person at the job, right? That's a brown noser. And they keep on going to the boss, going to the manager, trying to get you fired, trying to get you demoted, you know, trying to cause issues, and you want them to shut the fuck up. I'm going to be showing you how to do that tonight. The best part about this is anything I'm about to show you, you can find within your cupboard, your kitchen, the meat and potatoes. Consider yourself kitchen witches if you follow this. Chili powder, you can substitute anything I'm telling you tonight. Garlic powder. So garlic powder, chili powder. Get you some cayenne pepper, right? Get you some black pepper. Black pepper, cayenne pepper, garlic powder or garlic salt, anything garlic or just plain garlic. And, you know, anything spicy, hot is appropriate for this spell, because the whole point is that you want these people to get the fuck away from you. You want them to leave you alone. You want them to just mind their own business, right? You want them out of your grill. You want to make it as uncomfortable as possible for them. You want them to leave on their own will. You don't want anything bad to happen to them, but you want them to get out of your presence. This is what you can do. If you have a situation where you know someone is sending you black magic, and if someone's been practicing spell work on you, then I would recommend that you try something else besides this, something more aggressive, which I'll be showing you that in a future video. But tonight we're going to be keeping the focus on hot foot powder. As you can see in this jar, another thing that you're going to need is a glass container, any type of glass container, glass jar. Make sure that you rinse out the jar, whatever you use. This is an old sauce bottle that I have here. What you're seeing on the outside is the residue, the glue, that has a difficult getting off, but the inside is clean. I've cleaned this bottle inside and out. I've also saged it, smoked it, smudged it, whatever you want to say. Make sure that you clean your utensils. So a glass container. All of this has already been mixed up. Mix the cayenne pepper, the garlic salt, cayenne pepper, black pepper, whatever you have on hand, into the jar. Optional. You don't have to use these, but you can if you have it handy. If you practice hoodoo, if you're familiar with hoodoo, African American voodoo, or just folklore, magic, you'll be familiar with what I'm about to show you. This is grave dirt. Graveyard dirt. Graveyard dirt. Graveyard dirt is good with any defensive magic. Defensive magic, if you're trying to do shadow work, it's also good for that. But grave dirt, if you have grave dirt, is good. Also, if you have it, which everyone probably does, is salt. So iodized salt, sea salt, plain old table salt that I have here. Again, the majority of this stuff you can find within your kitchen. If you have grave dirt, the reason why I like to use grave dirt is because it adds an oomph to this powder. It gives it like an extra oomph. Graveyard dirt. Oh my god. Graveyard dirt. How do I gather graveyard dirt? Well, you just go to the graveyard and get you some dirt. Plain and simple. If you guys want to know more about grave dirt, go back and view past podcasts where I talked about how to gather grave dirt. Grave dirt. Keep in mind, this little jar that I'm showing you right now, I got this about a year ago. I gathered this grave dirt about a year ago, and you see how much I've used? So that just shows you how much you really need. You don't need a lot of this stuff because it's so potent. But again, grave dirt, if you have it, is good. What's the most important thing about this powder, and with any working that you do, I cannot stress this enough, and maybe I should have stressed this earlier in the video, your intent. Anything that you put into this jar, remember why you are making it. So as you are adding in all of the ingredients, you want to add in all of the powder, the chili powder, the cayenne pepper, the black salt, black pepper. As you are adding these ingredients into the jar, remember your intent. So if you want to say, I want these people to leave me alone, get away from me, I want this neighbor to move out, I want my roommate to, move out, keep that in mind with whatever working you're doing. Now, I'm just showing you how to make the powder. I'm just showing you how to make the powder. This powder can be used in oils. It can be used in jar spells. It can be used in candle magic. You can combine it with any type of working you choose. But this is how you simply make the powder. So again, do not forget your intent. I want these people to shut the fuck up about me. Every time that you speak my name, may blisters form inside your throat and on your tongue. Whatever you want to say, whatever you feel is appropriate. You can also recite Psalms, and I'll be giving you Psalms 52, I believe. Psalms 52, if you want to combine it in this working. Psalms 52. You love malice, gossip, you foul mouth. God will tear you limb from limb, sweep you up and throw you out, pull you up by the roots and from the land of life. Good people will watch and worship. They'll laugh in relief. And I am an olive tree growing green in God's house. I trusted in the generous mercy of God then and now. I thank you always that you went into action, and I'll stay right here. Amen. So again, this is Psalms 52. If you want to pair it with this working, you can pray over the jar. Another thing that you can do, like what I'm doing right now, again, it is a full moon, so the best time to be making this stuff is during the full moon. You can also make this while the moon is waxing. You can make this during the waning moon. This type of defensive magic, again, this is just me. I don't wait around for the moon to complete its cycles for me to do a certain working. I just do what I need to do despite what phase the moon is in. But if you work with the moon, and if you want to make this powder, a good time would be during the full moon. Right now the moon is 99% full. It is in the sign of Libra. You can make this while the moon is waning or waxing. Waning because you're trying to banish negativity, negative people, gossipers, liars, spreaders of malice out of your life, right? So you can practice this during the waning moon, or you can make this during the full moon. If you make this during the full moon, like tonight, up to our witchy poo shenanigans, you can charge it under the full moon. You can place a crystal on top of it, you can charge it, and then it's ready to use. Or as soon as you get done making it, if you want to use it, it's ready to go. But I like to charge my stuff under the moon.
Tiny old bus is a beautiful sight, with the black smoke rolling up around the tail lights. It may sound kind of cruel, but I've been silent too long. Thank God and Greyhound are gone.
Yes, thank God and Greyhound, you're gone. Also, thank God for hot foot powder, right? So once again, guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully you got something from this. If you make your own hot foot powder, and if you're familiar with hot foot powder, I'm curious to hear how you make yours. Keep in mind that you don't have to use any of the ingredients that I showed you here tonight. You use what you have on hand, whatever is handy, whatever is accessible to you. It's not going to affect your outcome of the spell. What's most important is your intent. Also, another thing before I go, if you would like to add some Spanish moss, if you live anywhere in the South, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. Right here, I have some Spanish moss. Right here, right? I'm trying not to catch it on fire, but I want you guys to see what I'm talking about. Like Spanish moss, you can use this in your hot foot powder. This stuff is good in any type of defensive magic you're working on, or protective magic. It's also good for protective magic, Spanish moss. And you can find this stuff just, if you live in the South, in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, you could probably find this stuff out in your front yard. If you live near a pond, you can just yank it straight off the tree. It grows everywhere. So that's another thing you can add to your hot foot powder. But once again, thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more magical tidbits. Namaste.